Good morning, students of Standard 9. Welcome back yet another session of History and Civics. So today we'll take with Mahavira and his religion Jainism. The doctrines of Jains were taught by the saints called Acharyas or Tirthankaras. 23 Tirthankaras preceded Mahavira. The first Tirthankara was Vishadev and the 23rd was Parshavnath. Mahavira was perhaps the 24th and the last Tirthankara of the Jains. So Mahavira organized the Jainism in a systematic way and therefore is regarded as the founder of Jainism in India. Mahavira was born around 6.5 century BC in Kundagram near Vaishali in Bihar. His father belonged to the Kshatriya clan and his mother Trishala belonged to the Lichyavas. It is believed that Mahavira at the early age was very brave and he saved many of his colleagues from danger. That's why the name Mahavira was given to him. At the time of his birth, the kingdom of his father was very rich and prosperous, and therefore he was called Vardhamana, that means very rich and prosperous. Mahavira received his early education in all branches of studies, but he was more inclined finding the salvation of truth. So, in order to get diversion from this asceticism, his father got him married to Yashoda, and so that his attention will be diverted and he will take care of his family. But at the age of 30, when his parents died, Mahavira renounced the world and he left his home and wandered in search of truth. And it was believed that he wandered searching for truth and roamed for around 12 long years in finding the truth. And finally, a day came when the true light dawned on him and he became a Jinnah or a conqueror. That means who has surpassed the living and has attained the question of salvation. So he was called Jinnah or a conqueror. And therefore the followers of Jainism were called Jains. After becoming an enlightened one, Mahavira toured the entire country to preach his philosophy of Jainism. It was believed that he delivered his first sermon in Mount Vipul in Rajgir, the capital of Magadh. And there onwards he became we call it in the sense Kevalin. Kevalin means one who knows everything, knowledge. And he became to be known as Lord Mahavira. So Mahavira went to the different kingdoms tour like Kosi, Avanti, Rajgir and all, preaching his religion. And he had large number of followers. It was believed Mahavira attained salvation at the age of 72, and at that time he had many followers, around 14,000 followers, and he was buried in Pavapari in Bihar. So this was the early life of Mahavira. Now we come, what are the philosophical views, what are the doctrines of Jainism? So the doctrines of Jainism can be listed here. Like first, three Ratnas. Mahavira laid stress on three Ratnas. They are called the three jewels of Jainism. What are three Ratnas? Right faith, right knowledge and right conduct. He said these are alone sufficient for the man to attain salvation or freedom from the birth and death. So he said also to follow the principles taught by the Jain Tirthankaras, the 24 Tirthankaras, to lead a very moral and simple life. That is called the three Ratnas. Then second, he believed in the karma theory. That we already know karma. That means the action. Said, what you sow, so shall you reap. So if you do good deeds, you will be rewarded. But if you do bad deeds, you will be punished. So believed in the karma theory. That means if you do good things, if you did good deeds, automatically the good will come to you. So I believe that man's life depends on karma, not merely by the birth or the knowledge he acquires. That is called the karma theory. Thirdly, he said equality. Mahavira believed in equality of all men and men and women. He believed the universal brotherhood among all people. So he said that man, woman, all are equal in all respect. There is no distinction between high caste or low caste. So he preached the common brotherhood or universal brotherhood among all classes of people. He said that even the tiniest to the biggest organism, you should show compassion to them. Therefore, they believed in not harming any living organism, the Jains believe. Then, the fourth one is eternal soul. Mahavira believed that the body dies, but the soul or Atma remains, takes rebirth. That's what, according to the Jain philosophy, the body dies, but the soul remains, or the Atma remains. Then, salvation. Mahavira stayed less on salvation. That means the ultimate aim of man's life is to attain nirvana or moksha or God's salvation. And this can be achieved by following the three ratanas or three jewels of Jainism: right faith, right knowledge, and right conduct. That is what it calls salvation. Then belief in penance. Mahavira believed in deep penance. That means the Jains believe in hard sacrifices and penance. That means it was also believed santhara. That is a term used to die in pain. That means to reduce themselves to severe austerity. Therefore, the Jains, they do not even dare to take medicine. They would rather prefer to die than to take medicine, because they believed in non-violence or not harming to any individual. Therefore, they believed in strong penance and sacrifice, that is, die in pain, called the Santharas. So, these were the main doctrines of Jainism. Now, we move on with the spread of Jainism. Now, Jainism, as it was a very simple religion, it invited all caste of people from different sections of the society, so it gained vast popularity. Therefore, there were certain reasons that led to the spread of Jainism. So, we can put them in this order. First is the local dialect. What do you mean by local dialect? That means the local language. The Jains, they preach in local language, the common language of the people. So, the people could easily understand, and so when they could easily understand, the language was simple, they had a more incline towards Jainism. Unlike in the Vedic period, we have seen that Sanskrit was very difficult language. It was far beyond the reach of common man to understand. But they preached in local dialects, local language of the people, and as a result, people could easily understand and follow the language. That is called the local dialect. Then the royal patronage. Jainism also got the royal patronage. Royal patronage, many of the rulers, many of the kings that time, they gave ample donations or they favored the rise of Jainism. Like we have many of the Chalukya rulers, they also patronized Jainism. Then the Rajputas, they also patronized Jainism, and as a result, Jainism spread to different parts of the world. Thirdly, we have the saints. Many saints also, they toured to entire different places and preached the doctrines of Mahavira. Like we have the saint Kalachakra, that means Kalkacharya. He lived in Ujjain and preached the doctrines of Mahavira. So therefore, Ujjain also became a center of Jainism. Then similarly, Bhadrabahu was another saint who took this religion to Karnataka and preached the doctrines of Mahavira and the Jainism philosophy. So therefore, these saints also created a long way in popularizing the Jainism. Finally, we have appeal to the people. So Jainism was very it appealed to the people means it was very easily welcomed by the people because it did not discriminate anyone in the form of caste, creed or color or no high or low. Everyone was free to join and use. And they found the religion to be simple. It did not involve any, we call it the costly sacrifices, as the Jains believed in non-violence. No animal sacrifices were needed. So people liked this religion and so they were inclined towards this religion. So these factors helped in spreading Jainism to different places. Now as time passed on, so therefore the Jainism had certain orders that divided into two sects like the Svetambras and the Digambras. So the Svetambras, they were white clads, call it, and were led by, that is Tatala Bhadra, and they wore white clothes and covered their faces with a piece of cloth so that even when they breathe, the insects and the flies do not enter. Therefore, they believed in complete non-violence and killing of any animals or insect was not allowed. They even walked barefoot and they did not wear slippers or chappals so that they can stamp on the small minute creatures and destroy them. So therefore, they were the Svetambras. They were called the white clads and they wore white clothes and covered their faces with a piece of cloth in order to that the insects and flies may not enter in. That was the Svetambras. Then the next branch we have the Digambras. The Digambras were followed by Bhadrabahu, another saint. He led the Digambras, divided the Bhadrabahu saint. And they were sky-clad. That means they did not cover their bodies. They did not wear any clothes. They did not cover their bodies. They thought that the dress that you wear in washing and all, you have the germs or small minute insects, and they believed in severe penance and austerity not to harm or kill any living organism. Therefore, they did not wear any clothes. That's why they were called the Digambras. And they were very orthodox followers of Mahavira. They believed in hard penance and they would rather die than take medicines for their survival. So therefore, these were the two branches of Jainism, the Svetambras and the Digambras. So this is all we have for today. Go through the text. If you have any doubt or difficulty, you can contact me. Till then, be safe, take care, God bless you.